Okay, sorry, the technology guy was in my room. Thank you for being patient. So it says you can use the prime factorization tree to use the GCF or find the GCF of two numbers. So you might be wondering, whoa, what do you mean? So in the last video, guys, I showed you guys this video of how to find the prime factorization of 90. So if this is the first video you're watching today, please pause the video and go back and watch the other first so you know what we're doing. Okay? So it says you can find prime factorization using the tree to find the GCF of two numbers. You might be saying, what do you mean? So it says find the prime factorization of 42 and 28. So go ahead and do this with me. Well, if I have 42, okay, I know there are two numbers that can come out of 42. I know 6 times 7 is 42. Well, nothing can come out of 7 besides 7 in itself. 7 and 1, sorry. So that means 7 is a prime number, right? Just 1 times 7 is 7. Well, what about 6? The only two numbers that will come out of 6 besides 1 and 6 will be 2 and 3. So my prime factorization for 42, okay, once I circle those, will be 2 times 3 times 7. Go and copy that down. So now we need to find the prime factorization of 28. Well, for 28, what can come out of 28? Well, I know 7 and 4 can both come out of 28. 7 is prime, 7 times 4 is 28, and 2 times 2 is 4. So now I have all my prime numbers, okay? So the first step in finding the GCF through the tree method is to find your prime factorization for each. So 2 times 3 times 7 give me 42, and 2 times 2 times 7 gives me 28. So they want you to find the common buddies. So what are my buddies between these? Well, they both have a 2. This one has a 3, but this one does not. This one has an extra 2. This one does not. And they both have a 7. So we need to multiply their buddies together. So I have a buddy pair of 2, and I have a buddy pair of 7. So if I multiply them together, my GCF of 42 and 28 is 14. Please make sure that is in your notes. Let's go ahead and try this one together. Copy it down. So for 60, what are two numbers you can multiply together to get 60? Well, 10 times 6. Some of you may have done something different. Maybe you used 15 and 4. That is fine. You'll get to the same answer as well. What number will come out of 10? Well, 2 times 5 is 10. And what numbers will come out of 6? What two numbers can I multiply together to get 6? I know 2 times 3 is 6. All right, at this point, go ahead and pause your screen. Why don't you try and do 90 by yourself? Let's see if we get the same answer. Okay, your prime factorization for 60 will still be 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Remember, you have to show least to greatest. Okay, and for 90, if you haven't done it yet, please do so by yourself and freeze your screen. I should get 10 times 9. All right, and out of 10 will come a 2 and a 5. And out of 9 will come a 3 and a 3. And when you multiply these together, you should get 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. And after I have the prime factorization down here and over here, I need to find my buddies. So what are my buddies? Well, we both have 2, we both have a 3, and we both have a 5. So I need to find my GCF. The GCF should be 2 times 3 times 5, because that's what they had in common. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 5 gives me my GCF of 30. Go ahead and copy that down, please. All right. What I'd like for you to do now is go ahead and try 72 and 90 on your own and write your answer at the end of this ed puzzle. When you are done, homework over the weekend is to finish your 4 digits assignment. Please be good for the sub, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Actually, on Tuesday.